Peace and blessings. This is Tia Deshay. Let me share my screen. Tia Deshay, and this is Mere Moments with Tia Deshay podcast, episode 24. Today is Monday, September 9th, 2024. I am Tia Deshay. I write now so others can remember later. I produce Purpose from Chaos. I'm a spiritual teacher for social, generational, and personal change. I'm a daughter of the Most High God. I am an ambassador of the Kingdom of God. I'm about my Father's business. It is my intention to fulfill the scriptural mandates of Jeremiah 1:9. Then the Lord reached out his hand and touched my mouth and said to me, I have put my words in your mouth. Revelation 10:11. Then I was told, you must prophesy again about many peoples, nations, languages, and kings. It is my prayer for Matthew, the 13th chapter, verse 35, to unfold in my life, ministry, and practice. So was fulfilled what was spoken through the prophet. I will open my mouth in parables. I will utter things hidden since the creation of the world. And Luke 21:15, for I will give you words and wisdom that none of your adversaries will be able to resist or contradict. Once again, this is Mere Moments with Tia Deshay podcast, episode 24. Today is Monday, September 9th, 2024, and I am Tia Deshay. And today's episode is, but what did it cost? But what did it cost? Before I get into today's episode, thank you to all the new subscribers. Thank you for the likes, the shares. If you have been following the channel, if you are a subscriber to the channel, you see that I am going through the 72 cards of the tarot, and I am attaching a Bible verse to each of the tarot cards based on the meaning of the tarot cards. And I'm using different versions of the Bible, courtesy of Bible Hub. I'm also using The Ultimate Guide to Tarot Card Meanings by Bridget Esselmott, founder of Biddy Tarot. So those are the two resources that I'm using to bring you the shorts that are being uploaded on my YouTube channel. And I have 20 more cards to upload onto my channel. I have 20 more cards to upload on my channel. So that is a project that I'm currently working on right now so that you can have a different perspective of the tarot and see how you can use biblical wisdom in order to help you interpret the tarot cards. And also, if you give readings with tarot cards, it'll help you integrate the Bible into your tarot card readings. All right, so today's episode, but what did it cost? What did it cost? What did it cost? So this episode will be a plethora of things. One mainly is just briefly a testimony. I don't really want it to be too long, but currently, one way that I share my gift with the world is I am on a platform, a platform for people that are gifted in the area of divination, and it's called Ornum. ORANUM, Ornum. And on Ornum, how it's set up is that you have a free chat. And on the free chat, people can come into your room and they can, ask for a general reading, a general message, or the concept behind Ornum is that you ask a question and you provide, however you divine, whatever you use as a divination tool, you answer the person's question in chat, and then that way they get to see whether or not they like your reading style, your divination style, and that will determine whether or not they want to book a private session with you. So I have been with Ornum for a total of about a year and a half. I started back in 2015, I believe it was. I stayed with them for like 6 months. Then I came back in 2024, and it's been 8 months. So about a year and a half. Yeah, that I've been with them. And Spirit had told me like stop doing free. Because what I've noticed is that people will just come in every day in the chat, and it's the same people wanting a general message, wanting a reading, and they're not paying for it. And it just becomes an addiction to them. It becomes a habit, and I can just get it for free. Well, this gift that I have, I didn't get it for free. There's nothing in this world that's free. And I have learned from very wise people, mentors, elders, just successful people in general, that people who want things for free are dangerous people. You really need to be mindful of people who want things for free. They are dangerous, because then you have to look at them like, what are they willing to do to get it for free and not pay for it? Who always want a handout, who always got their hand out, who feel as if they're entitled. You're supposed to give me this, and I don't need to work or do anything for this. You should give it to me for free, because if I give you the right sob story, if I give you the right, pity, if I invite you to my pity party, then, you'll feel sorry for me, and you'll just give it to me, and I don't have to do anything for it, because you just feel sorry for me. And woe is me, I'm just having a hard time. And we all go through hard times. We do. And we all need help. We all need help. Everybody on the face of this planet needs help in some way, shape, or form. However, you have to do something for that help. Nothing is free. Nothing in this world is free. You can give me anything, and I will tell you the cost that you have to pay for it. You have to pay for everything in life. And the Spirit has just really been on me with that. And so, on the platform Ornum, I changed my policies. Like, I'm not giving you a general card. You cannot ask me a question. You got to pay for it. And I put my prices, in the chat, and you have to pay for it, because I had to pay for this gift. The gift that I have to pay for it. I have to continue to study. I got to continue to seek the face of God. I got to continue to pray. I have to buy books. I have to buy materials in order to continue to nurture this gift. I have to watch videos. I have to journal. I have to read books. I have to teach classes. I have to research in order to teach these classes, which means what? I need a computer. I need a phone. I got to pay for the internet. I got to pay for the phone bill. All of that. None of this is free. The experiences that I am currently 49 years old. I'll be 50 years old next year. So I've been on this planet for a short 49 years, and it cost. This gift, I had to experience things. I had to go through things. I had to have a mentor. I had to go to school. Like, I had to get an education, not just your basic K through 12 education. I had to go to higher learning. So none of this is free. I didn't get this for free. I had to experience things. I had to be in relationships with people in order to develop my gift. That cost me time and money and resources. Nothing in this world is free. Nothing. Do you know you don't even sleep for free? You got to pay time to sleep. To sleep costs you time. It costs you to die. You got to pay to die in this world. You got to pay to be born in this world. Nothing in this world is free. Nothing. Nothing is free. Nothing. Love is not free. In the context of Christianity, salvation is not free. You had to go through experiences to get you to the point where you finally realized that you weren't walking in your divinity and that life was just a mess because you were seeking help from outside of yourself instead of seeking help from within. And then that led you to the conversion or the event or the process that we call salvation. Nothing is free. Nothing in this world is free. You have to pay for everything. So I don't know where we get this mentality from that I don't have to pay for anything or I shouldn't pay for certain things. And I can comprehend it when it comes to like divination and tarot card readings and that, because Hollywood has so commercialized what I do, and that people look at it as a form of entertainment and they don't take it serious, but it's really not. For those of you that know, you know, like it's nothing. What I do is nothing how Hollywood has portrayed it to be. Nothing at all. So it's quite disrespectful to ask anybody to do something for you for free. It's disrespectful. It's like you going to if you work in the United States. Now I can't speak about other countries, but in the United States, it is illegal to have someone work for free. As soon as they go through the HR process and you hire them and they punch in, you have to pay them for every minute, second that they are on your clock. It is illegal not to pay them. So where do we get this thing that we want something for free when we will be the first to complain and argue and yell and scream and holler when we get our paycheck at the end of the week or at the end of the pay period and we're missing hours? We haven't gotten paid for every hour, minute, second that we worked. We will shout to high heaven if our paycheck is cut short, because we're not going to anybody's job working for free. But yet we don't apply that same concept to other things in life. We know that we're not going to work for free, but then we expect other things to be free. The hypocrisy. The hypocrisy that we live in. Nothing is free. You must pay for it. Nothing is free. Nothing. And watch the movie In Time. If you watch the movie In Time, you will have a totally different perspective about life and free. That movie with Justin Timberlake, that movie will totally change your perspective about free. And you'll have a deeper understanding of why I say nothing in this world is free. And that we really are ungrateful. We have an extreme level of ungratefulness in this country, in the United States. We take a lot of things for granted. We take the people in our lives for granted. We just talk to them any old kind of way. We just think that they just supposed to do what they are doing for us. They just supposed to do it. Like they're obligated to do it. And we're so ungrateful. So ungrateful. We're so ungrateful about the life that we have, that we get up. We're just robots. We just wake up and we just do stuff, and we don't even think about why we're doing it. We waste our words. We just talk with no meaning. We just spit out all kind of poison and waste our words. waste our energy. We're not even grateful that we can speak, that we have the ability to speak. We just so, it's just amazing to me. Just, we take so much for granted. We take so much for granted, and then we think that people are just supposed to do things for us. And we use our time and our words and our energy and our power and our life force so willy-nilly that we can be mean and just angry and bitter like it's nothing. Like it's a badge of honor, because it's like, oh, tomorrow I can just, I can be mean again tomorrow. Or it's just how I'm just flabbergasted at just how wasteful we are with our time and our energy and our resources and our life force, our life, how wasteful we are with our life and with the people that are in our lives. We're just wasteful. We're wasteful. And we just spread just meanness and bitterness like it's nothing. And we don't realize we're paying a cost for it. We are paying a cost for it. We are paying a cost. Everything we do, we're paying a cost. When you're mean, when you're angry, when you're bitter, guess the cost that you're paying is with your life. Science, medicine has already proven to us that the studies are there. Go research it. When you're angry, when you walk in unforgiveness and bitterness, you take time off of your life. Literally, you are shortening your lifespan. So it's costing you to be mean. It's costing you to complain and be negative. It's costing you your very life, because what you're doing is killing your cells. You're killing the cells in your body. When you are continuously living in darkness and negative energy, you're killing yourself literally. Science has already proven it. You're taking years off of your life. So that's the cost you're paying to be mean. You're paying the cost with your life, literally. If we really, really just started sitting back and being in awe of our life, we wouldn't waste it the way we do. We wouldn't engage in certain conversations. We wouldn't think certain thoughts. We wouldn't watch certain programs. We wouldn't treat people, in certain ways. If we really were in awe about this thing that we call life, the air that we breathe. Sometimes I do think maybe we should know when we're going to die. And maybe we would be more grateful. Sometimes I think about it like, because we don't know the exact date when we're going to leave this earth, does it contribute to our ungratefulness? Sometimes I think about that. Like maybe we should know when we're going to die. Maybe we should know that information. Maybe we would be a little bit more grateful. Maybe we would use our time a little bit more wisely. But this gift that I have, it costs. And it doesn't make sense what I'm doing. It doesn't make sense at all. And it could be because I still have to release some of the indoctrination that I received in church and in the Bible, in the church, and I need to get more revelation and understanding of the Bible and scriptures, and but None of this makes sense what I'm doing. I went to school, I received formal education and paid a lot of money and still am paying money. Took out student loans and all of that. And I paid a lot of time. Like we're talking about a total just to get my formal education to be a teacher, to teach in the United States and get a license to be a teacher. We're talking about I spent 10 years of my life, maybe even 15 years of my life, 10, 15 years of my life to become a teacher. I had to pay for that. Not only did I have to pay with money, but I had to pay with time. It cost me to be a teacher, not only with money, but with time and resources and all of that. So to have the gift of teaching, I had to pay for it. It cost me. So it's not, when I look at people, it's like everybody can't be a teacher. People think it's easy, but it's not. It's not. And it costs. It's a gift. It costs. To be a teacher is a gift. To truly be a teacher is a gift. But it costs. To be able to break down things in a practical way for people of all walks of life and comprehension can understand, that's a gift. What I have is a gift. Everybody can't do that. There are very knowledgeable people, but they can't teach it. They can't teach it in a way that everybody can understand. Teaching is truly a gift, and it costs me. My gift of, if you want a prophecy, divination, that cost me. It cost me friends, relationships, people looking at me like they don't understand what I'm doing, or that's of the devil. I can't hang with you anymore. It cost me relationships. It cost me friends. I get ridiculed because people, oh, you're a witch, and that's that witchcraft, and that's that devil, and that's demons, and we don't do all of that, and getting talked about. That cost. To do what I believe Spirit is telling me to do, it costs. It costs being excluded and talked about. And then still gotta go, still going back to school. Went back to get my master's, my bachelor's, and then my doctorate in metaphysics, and then reading, and then buying, like I said, resources and tools. It costs. And then on top of that, to have Holy Spirit tell me like, oh no, you're going to incorporate the Bible and Christianity in all of this. Well, guess what I had to do? I had to go to different churches. I had to be members of different churches. So that means I had to go to Bible study. I didn't know that that's what I was preparing for when I was doing it, but going to Bible study and then going to church every Sunday and then serving at the church. I just wasn't a church member. Like I actually served, cooking meals for the elders, cleaning up, mopping floors. At the Shrine of the Black Madonna, at the time we were considered the youth. When I went, we were like the young adult. We were in the young adult ministry. And every month we had to cook for the community, for the church. The church, the Shrine of the Black Madonna in Detroit at the time, they owned their own apartment building. And so because we were, part of the young adult ministry, I was part of the young adult ministry. We were responsible for cooking. We had to cook for the church, for the people that lived in the apartment building. And, we had to cook for them, and then we had to clean the kitchen, and then we had to mop the floors. I was doing those things. And then, once I left there and became a member in 2 other non-denominational Christian churches, I was part of the TV ministry. So, I'm over here working cameras, like all of that stuff. Getting up on Sunday at 5:00 in the morning to be at Bible study. What was it? We were at Bible study at I think it was 7:00 in the morning on Sundays before church. It may even been 6, but anyway, at the church at 6:00 in the morning on Sunday to attend Bible study with the pastor, and then still sit in church service for another 2 hours. Like, this is what it cost me to be able, and I am not a Bible scholar by any means, but this is what it cost me to even be able to interpret and analyze the Bible the way I do now. I had to do those things for years. I had to attend ministerial school for a total of I think 8 years. I had to pay for that. That wasn't free. I had to pay for that. And then buy the books for those classes, attend the classes. So here I am. I'm working full time. I'm going to school full time in education to get my master's degree, to get my ed specialist. Then I'm still going to ministerial school. I'm still going to church, attending Wednesday Bible study, Sunday Bible study. Then I'm still serving in one of the auxiliary ministries. This cost me. All of this cost me. So it's just amazing to me when people tend to want to emulate me or copy me or try to do what I do because they think that I'm getting views or likes or subscribers. And it's like, no, this is what I'm being called to do. And it's so interesting how you can look at yourself and you can see, I look at myself and oh, I could be doing more. I could be doing more. What kind of content can I put out to reach more people? And I'm looking at, at what I'm doing and through that lens. And then there's people looking at me like I'm doing it big and, trying to copy and emulate. And I'm looking like I'm not doing enough. So, but no one realizes what it costs to be me. I tell people all the time, you can copy me all you want, but if you want to get what I'm getting, you're going to have to go through what I went through. And are you willing to do that? See, a lot of times people want to copy you. They want to emulate you. They want to try to compete with you, but they don't want to pay the cost that you paid to be where you are. They want what you have or what they think you have, but they don't want to pay the price for it. I mean, let me tell you, hold on one second. Okay, I'm back. I apologize. I tell people, if you want to copy me and you want to be me, then you know what? then you would have had to been adopted. You would have had to live in foster homes for the first 3 years of your life. You would have had to grow up as a Jehovah Witness and not have basically any type of, I don't want to say childhood, but you couldn't go to the movies. Well, I did go to the movies, but basically all you could do was hang around Jehovah Witnesses. You couldn't do anything else. I couldn't engage in any activities at school. Didn't celebrate any holidays, no birthdays. All I could do was just go to school and come home. I couldn't participate in any after school activities. If it did not take place between school hours, I couldn't do it. I was molested growing up by my oldest brother. I was raped. I was in domestic violence situations. So if you want to be me, if you want what I have, then you need to go through those experiences. You can't just copy me and just think you can copy me and then not go through those experiences. And that's with anybody. That's why I don't want to be anybody but me. Because you don't know the price that people pay to be who they are, to be where they're at. If you knew the price that a lot of people pay to be where they are and to do what they're doing, you wouldn't want to be them. See, a lot of people, you want the success. You want the accolades. You want the attention. You want the popularity, but you don't want to put in the work that the person put in to be where they are. You don't want to give up TV. You don't want to give up sleeping. You don't want to give up certain friendships, but you want what that person has. And then, you don't even bother to go and ask them, what did they do to get to where they are? And most of the time, people don't even go and ask, what did they do to be where they are? Because they don't want to do what they did. They just want the money. They just want the notoriety. They just want the fame. They just want the success. They just want the outward appearances. They just want the attention. They just want to be the topic of conversation in the neighborhood with the neighbors. But they don't want to do what that person does. Like Mary has a song, The God in Me. And it's like in the lyrics, you're just looking at the person. You're looking at the nice clothes that they have on, the fancy car that they're driving, the money, but you don't know the work they put in behind closed doors. You don't want to do all of that. You don't want to be on your knees praying more than you're watching TV. You don't want all of that. But you want the material success. So if you want to be me, you want to emulate me, then go do all of the things that I did. Go live my life. And I didn't even tell you everything. That's just some of it. Be careful what you wish for. Be you. Be you. What works for me is for me. I had to have all these different experiences and meet these different people and go through all of these different things because this gifting is for me. It's for me. It's not for anybody else. The way I incorporate tarot cards and oracle cards and I integrate them with quote unquote Christianity, that's me. That's what I do. I can't explain it. I can't explain why I've been told to do this, but that's me. That's what I'm supposed to do. And I was prepared to do it. All of my experiences have led up to this very moment. And that's why it's just so easy for me. It's so natural for me. And I just look at people like, why y'all got a problem? I look at Christians like, why you got a problem with it? Like it's as clear as day that the two can coexist with each other. But I got to realize that that's my gift. That's why it's so easy for me. That's why I look at it like, why is there a problem with it? Because I can see it clearly. But my life prepared me for this. That's why I can get on here and pray for like 4 hours in tongues. Because my life prepared me for this. This is part of my gifting. It's nothing for me to do that. It's nothing. Once I, tell the mind to just shut up and cancel out all the distractions, it's nothing for me to pray for 4 hours in tongues. It's nothing. But that's the price I gotta pay in order to walk in this gift, in order to deliver this gift to the people that I'm assigned to. Nothing in this world is free. And this cost me. This cost me. What I'm doing cost me. I looked up the word cost, the etymology of the word cost, and then I'm going to get off here in this podcast. It means to stand firm, stand at a price. So for me to do this, I have to stand in this at a price. It's costing me. What is my price? Not going out doing what everybody else is doing, partying, just out willy-nilly, just want to be seen. No, it's costing me not to be seen. I have to be in isolation. That's what it costs for me to be in isolation. Not to have friends. Not to just be out there. Because I got to watch my words. I just can't just be out there just talking. I got to now understand the price and the value of my words. Who am I talking to? What am I saying? Why am I saying it? Who am I saying it to? What am I talking about? Is it even edifying? Is it going to change someone's life? Or am I just wasting words? Useless, worthless words. It's a cost. Also, the etymology of the word cost. Expenditure, hardship, trouble. I had to go through some hardships for this gift. I had to give up what people would say is a fulfilling and noble career, teaching, to pursue this full time. And still don't even know where this is headed. What's the ultimate end goal? I just know I'm supposed to be doing it. Everything costs. Everything costs. Everything costs. Nothing in this world is free. So start being intentional. When you're doing things, ask yourself, what am I paying? How much is this costing me? What am I paying for this? Because you're not doing anything for free. You're not doing anything and it's not costing you anything. It's costing you something. And it's time for you to start being intentional. All of us, and asking, what is this costing me? This conversation on the phone with this person, what is it costing me? What am I paying? How am I paying for this? This marriage, what is it costing me? Having children, what is it costing me? And I'm not even talking about financially. What is it costing you? What is it costing you to be a parent? What is it costing you to be a husband? What is it costing you to be a wife? What is it costing you to be an employee? What is it costing you to be an employer? What is it costing you? And is it worth the price? Are you getting a return on your investment? Yeah, we are. Everything that we do, we're getting a return on our investment. But is it a return that you want? Be careful who you compete with. Be careful who you try to one up. Be careful who you try to be like. Because the crown may not fit your head. Their crown may not fit your head. That their crown may be too heavy for your head. You may not even be worthy to wear their crown because you didn't pay the cost for it. And when some of us really wake up and realize the price that we paid for where we are, we will start charging more for what we do. And I'm speaking to myself. That is why I'm not doing free anymore on the platform that I mentioned to you at the beginning of this podcast. I'm not doing free. When you really start counting the cost of what you paid for the gift and talent that you have, you will understand why Beyonce, people was paying $1,200, $1,500 for a ticket. Why she could charge that much? Because she sat down and counted the cost of her talent. But when you don't know how much you've invested in what you're doing, that's why you're cheap with yourself. That's why you don't value yourself. That's why you can just waste time and waste energy and just be out here willy-nilly. Because you don't know how much you paid for you to even be here in this moment. Because the people who complain about people's prices and always looking for, always wanting to talk somebody down and bargain and negotiate with people, no. Now it's a difference when you want to get the most value for your money. It's okay to, go and get quotes. It's okay to do that. However, when you're the type of person, when the first thing to come out your mouth is, that's just too much, and I can't get no hookup, we cool, we friends. I can't get no family discount, I can't get no friend discount. That means that you have a poverty mindset. And you don't understand the value, and you don't understand what it costs that person to even be in front of you offering that service. And that means that you have not taken inventory of your own life and see what it costs you to even be here in this moment. Because once you start counting the cost of your own life and taking inventory of your own life, you won't be so quick to tell somebody that they're charging too much. People who say, oh, you're charging too much, you don't know how valuable you are. You don't know what it costs for you to be you. That's why you can just flippantly tell somebody, oh, that's just too much. You're charging too much, because you don't know how much you cost. You don't value how much you cost. So become more intentional. But what did it cost? Before we start comparing ourselves to people, wanting to be like people, trying to compete with people, trying to one up people, being jealous of people, envious of people, trying to bring people down intentionally to make yourself look good, ask yourself, but what did it cost? But what did it cost? And then you'll understand why that person just walks around with their head held high and they stay to themselves, because they realize that it costs too much. And I just can't be out here just willy-nilly because it costs too much. And everybody can't afford me. You'll stop being so judgmental of people when you realize what they had to pay for them to be where they are. And they realize that everybody can't afford them. Everybody can't afford to be in their company. And once you get that revelation about yourself, you'll start to see it in other people. You'll start valuing other people more. So that concludes this podcast for today. On the screen, you see the different ways that what giving looks like to me for this particular podcast, for this particular platform that I'm on. This is what giving looks like to me. In any way that you would like to give, whether it's listed on the screen or you have a way in which you would like to give, that is perfectly okay with me. And so I thank you. I'm thankful because I'm just in awe of when I just look at where I've been. I'm not supposed to be here. I'm not. The days that I wanted to take my own life, the times that I should have been dead because I was in an abusive relationship and that person could have literally killed me with their hands. The times, where I'm walking home late at night from school and I was robbed. That could have ended tragically, but it didn't. So I am in gratitude that I am even here in this moment doing this podcast because I didn't have to be here. I didn't have to be here. But God saw fit that I was here for whatever reason. Well, I know the reasons, but there are still reasons that are still unknown to me that haven't been revealed to me yet. But so I am thankful. And you should be as well for the life that you have at this very moment. I don't care what it look like. I don't care what it feel like. It may not be what you thought it would be at this moment, but you better find something positive about it. Something you can be grateful for. Something. So pay attention to what you don't see, because what you don't see will help you make sense of what you are seeing. This has been episode 24 of Mirror Moments with Tia Deshay. I am Tia Deshay. Thank you so much. And until next time, stay blessed and stay aware.